Both presidential candidates out on the trail tonight in battleground states. Kamala Harris in Michigan, Donald Trump in Georgia. And while Mr. Trump is distancing himself from racist comments made at his rally last night at Madison Square Garden, Vice President Harris is using those remarks in hopes of getting votes where they're needed the most. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger has tonight's developments.
We will make America great again.
Tonight in Georgia, Donald Trump made no apologies for his and his surrogates' recent rhetoric on the campaign trail. Instead, he doubled down.
Because they're taking their criminals and they're releasing them into the United States of America. We're a dumping ground.
But his campaign could be in big trouble after this blatantly racist trash talk in his name.
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico.
One of the warm-up acts to Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden last night, a comedian who spewed hate-filled rhetoric against Puerto Ricans, to say nothing of all Latinos, as well as blacks and Jews. So happened Kamala Harris was campaigning at a Philadelphia Puerto Rican restaurant at that very moment. And in battleground Pennsylvania, which nearly 500,000 Puerto Ricans call home, her campaign pounced, enlisting prominent influencers like the rapper Bad Bunny.
There is so much at stake in this election for Puerto Rican voters and for Puerto Rico.
Who posted this Harris video to his 46 million Instagram followers.
I will never forget what Donald Trump did and what he did not do when Puerto Rico needed a caring and a competent leader. He abandoned the island.
Tonight, Harris was in Michigan, where only a few thousand votes may swing the state, and where more than 40,000 Puerto Rican voters live.
Either it's Donald Trump sitting in there, stewing over his enemies list, or me, with your help, working for you, checking off my to-do list.
The Trump campaign attempted to distance itself from the comedian who made those comments last night, but he does have a history of racist jokes, and the campaign did invite him in the first place to that event at the Garden. Democrats are hoping the controversy motivates people who might not have voted at all to head to the polls, and that could be all the vice president needs to become president just 8 days from now. Josh Einiger, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
And a reminder, you can vote early every day this week through Sunday. And of course, Election Day is a week from Tuesday.